We're going to pour an egg today. I wish you looked at egg.
Isn't that something? We had 2 of them. Look at the creases.
Well, what we thought we'd do, I'm going to take this fishing line. This is 4-pound test line. Wow.
I thought it was going to be a big egg.
I drilled me a hole through this cup. Now I'm going to hot glue it. Because we want it to be, after it's poured in there, up about middle ways, like it's floating. So, so this is, I'm going to hot glue that to it. And pull it down to the length I want. Then hot glue it to the bottom of the container. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to...
I ain't never seen an egg look like that.
No, I ain't either. All right. Do you want to explain how you got the insides of this egg out?
My granddaughter, she put 2 little holes in it.
One on the bottom.
Yeah. And one on the top.
Or that's the top and that's the bottom.
Yeah. Either way. And then she took a straw.
I'm going to break this.
We haven't broken it all this time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid the resin's going to break it. This is like an experiment. Do you feel this is a school project? How long you been out of school? A long time. Since you was doing your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I had another egg like this, but I waited too long because I thought we was going to have 2 chances at it. But
what happened to that?
Well, Danielle said she wasn't working on that because we could feel something solid in it.
Oh.
It had already gone bad. And we didn't even crack it. We pitched it.
All right, see. That ain't set up yet. Look at it. We better give it in a minute. I'll pull it in to the right distance. Am I thinking that this is when they pour the resin, everything else floats? I would say this float will float too, and that the fishing line, I'm hoping you'll never see it once this thing is poured.
Yeah, I really wanted to use a mold, but I didn't want to put a hole in my mold. Oh, cool beans.
It's going to be somewhere.
But you're going to see that big glob of glue.
Well, I'm hoping you won't.
Whenever you're ready, Papa.
I don't know if this is going to work or not. That little old 4-pound test line, he was not biting on it. Man, tie a knot in it. Man, had to drop back and punt. Tie me a couple knots in it. Might hold it.
That's what I thought she was going to do, is tie a knot. Like he's going fishing. Oh, them are great gloves.
They're wonderful.
I gave you mine too. What if I gave you the wrong size? These are big, I did.
I think it held that time.
Are you ready?
I guess we probably need to put this in something just in case that bottom breaks loose. What would that be? So what I can do, I can put 4. Or 2 4s is 8 plus 4.
Be 12.
So this will go to 4. Now go to 12.
Right.
Am I figuring that right?
Right. That's the way I figure it.
All right. What kind of epoxy is this?
It's amazing deep
pour by Luminolite.
Because you can pour deep.
That's kind of what we're doing. But it's 2-to-1 ratio by volume. Work time is 60 to 90 minutes. Tack-free time 24 to 72 hours. Fully cured in 5 to 7 days. However, we're planning on putting this in the pressure pot, right?
Right. So next Saturday, we'll know if we were successful. If not, we won't know because we can't see inside the pressure pot.
That's right. Once you get the pressure to it, you kind of need to leave it. So I'm going to go 4 ounces.
On the
And
hardener.
then it will come up to 12 ounces. In other words,
Right.
4 ounces, 8 ounces, 2 parts to 1 part. So it'll be a total of 12 ounces. So I'm going to start with 4 ounces right here.
And your time starts when you mix them together.
When it mixed together, not poured together, but mixed together. All right, there's 4 of this. This must be brand new.
Brand new. Well, I wanted this clear. The resin had gotten a little yellow on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you put color with it, we don't have any trouble with it. But when you want it clear, you need nude.
All right, I'm going up to 12 on this one. You want to start mixing. Okay, aluminum light, deep pour.
Right.
But it's supposed to be clear, correct?
So let's be clear.
All right, you can start your timer now.
Okay. It says to mix thoroughly for 5 minutes. Slow mix and pour resin to avoid bubbles. And Alumilite is not sponsoring this video.
No, we bought this.
We bought it. Just smelly.
I don't smell it, do you?
Mm-mm. Whoa, that one kind we bought at one time. Whew.
That would run you out.
It's awful.
The door's still open, yeah.
Yeah, we had it well ventilated.
We're ventilated.
You can see the strings in there.
Yeah. Oh, it's a white. I was waiting for that white, but it's a sticker on the bottom. All right, strings are back on.
That quick?
Well, you're going to be in a pressure pot, so you ain't got to go slow. There's still a few strings left in it.
And what does the pressure pot do?
Well, it actually doesn't take the air out, but it squeezes it to the point where your eye can't see it. Every time it sets up, it's gone. Where a vacuum chamber actually pulls the air out.
It's where it bubbles. There's really no need to put it in a vacuum chamber.
No, not if you're going to the pressure pot. But I've set it on 50 pounds.
That's pretty high.
Well, if you read the instructions, they recommend 40, 45.
Oh, okay.
I go 50. Make sure.
And it holds pressure pretty good too. It won't lose a pound in a week, will it?
No.
Whoa. I didn't do that right.
All right, the streaks are no longer there, so I say I'm mixed up. You rub them sides and the bottom.
Rub the sides really good. That's where I fail. I don't get the sides really good. So now it's clear.
Well, we're going to try to pour it in here. My thinking is this egg's going to float. I mean, everything else we poured seems to float.
Right.
Yep, there you go.
It's got to fill up with the resin. It had all the bubbles.
Well, the thing about it is, we need it to, we're going to need it to settle. It ain't going to sit in the center. Look at that. Well, how about that? All this is a test. We've never done this before.
No. And I couldn't hardly get it to lay down. It wanted
All right, she's come to the center now. All right, it must be tightened up on that string now. We're going to mix up some more.
I bet it was 16 ounces. How big's a jar of peanut butter?
Well, I think you better give it time for air to come out of that egg. Well, after that fishing line tightened up, it went to the center, didn't it?
Sure did.
Yeah, we're going to mix some more up.
That'll give it time to... Is it starting to set up?
Well, I give it time for the air to come out of there, won't it? All right, get,
Let's take a picture right here. So we're not going to pour any more?
no, ain't no sense in it. I guess when the air got out of the egg, she went down.
You don't think it'll come back up, do you?
I doubt it.
Is it complete? It's all covered.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's laying over against. Bust what bubbles we can, but I can move it to the side, but I bet it won't stay. We're gonna bet.
Well, can we keep
Went to that side.
moving it? Because we have, what, an hour work time.
Keep moving it. What do you mean?
Can we keep fooling with it, trying to get it to...
No, I don't think. Actually, it's leaned the right way now because you can see the thing. You know, the creases look a
Yeah,
little.
it wouldn't lay down on the table. Kind of, you know, being that oblong shape. I just hope it don't come to the top.
I don't think it will now.
Well, it's an experiment.
All right, just for giggles, I'm putting it in here just for safety.
For giggles.
I did put a drill a hole in that.
You did. Okay, wait. 7 days. We have to wait a week.
7 days.
7 days.
See you in 7 days.
See you in 7 days. 7 sleeps. 7. Goodbye. Goodbye, egg. It has been 7 days.
7 days.
7 long days.
It's been about to kill you, hasn't it?
About to kill me. I want to see what my egg looks like.
Well, let us check it out. I've already let the air pressure off. I thought you were going to bust, waiting for the air pressure to leak off.
I know. It was loud. Hurt my ears.
Nah, that wasn't that loud.
Well, it didn't come up. I was worried about that, but you said it wouldn't, so.
I didn't think it would because it went down.
See? It's hard to keep up with you. Yeah, look at it.
Well, this cup, we're going to have to.
Yeah, it laid over to the side like it did when we...
Well, it was laid over to the side.
Okay, now.
I may have to. There's no way it's coming out. I'll have to cut this off. All right, I'm going to try it with this knife. I got a big one somewhere. Let's see if I can't get it done. Well, it's a tough.
There
There it went.
There it goes.
All needed a little help.
A little help.
All right. Well, I knew it was going to scratch it.
Can we buff it or anything?
I don't know. Well, we're going to have to.
Didn't crack the eggshell?
I don't think so. Don't look like it is.
Wow. Go figure.
If I could find a way, it's as far here, I might be able to find a way to where I can mount that to the lathe. I need to turn that off to where it's smooth around it. Kind of more like that one there.
Yeah. Pretty good, though.
I'd probably jam chuck it in there and see if it won't buff out. We may do that.
Still pretty cool.
I may have to start me some heavy duty grit.
So what are you doing?
We'll see what this is going to do. At some point, we're going to have to, I might have to get some heavier stuff out. Listen, let me see.
That egg looks pretty good there, sir.
I've almost got that out.
What are you trying to get out?
You know where I cut that thing off? It scarred it.
You scarred it when you're taking it out of the mold.
Yeah. Be a bunch of sanding. All right, there's something right there. I still got a little bit to go right there. And yeah, we go back through them. But I got a feeling the egg is coming through.
That's 1200.
1200 grit.
And what did you start with?
Start with 80. Okay, we got it off the lathe, and by getting it smooth, that right there where the egg had laid over against the side, it actually sanded through. So the only shot we got is, I don't know if y'all familiar with tumbling, is where they take a cup and you put a coating on it, and it sits there and spins for a certain amount of time, that it actually will coat this thing and put a layer on it. So that's what we're going to try to do. That's why I left it rough. So I'm going to mix up some 5-minute epoxy, and I'm going to attach this base to it, and I've modified the bottom. I've got a $5 tumbler that I've modified. I think will work with this thing. But we're going to try it and see. Like I say, we've never done this before, but we'll give it a try. We might learn some stuff that will help us on a pour in the future, but I don't know if you really can't tell. But once this gets poured on it, that'll be clear. And I don't know. Like I say, we're learning here. All right, I'm gonna mix up some, like I say, 5-minute epoxy. I use this JB Weld. Actually, I've had good luck with it. Equal parts. So we'll, that'll be more than enough.
So a little dab will do you?
Well, actually, yeah. It doesn't take a tremendous amount. A lot of the woodworking projects
You've used it. They make that stuff for cars.
they got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
This epoxy and resin stuff like it's come a long way. One thing that made it affordable, even we can use it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour where I've got that flat is right here on this side. Yeah, I don't ever want to run short. I usually get too much.
And once this is there, there's no backing up, right?
Yeah, hey, you're pretty well committed by then. I hope it don't go through that hole. We don't want to go through that hole because that's what I used to. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mount this thing. Smooth it out real good. You see it pouring? Yeah. Okay, so we should be, yeah, that should be good right there. I see it coming up the sides. I hope it don't make it. Okay, we're good. Well, all right, normally what I do with that little extra I got, I'll leave it just like that right there. All right. If that thing sets up, because I've had it for, I don't know what happened. It never set up. So I'll leave it like that right there. When that sets up, I know I'm good right over here, see. Okay. Well, all right then, we will let that set up and then we'll get to pouring this thing. I'll show you my tumbler. I modified a $5 tumbler.
$5, you say?
$5. They almost give it to me.
Except for the
But
$5.
yeah, I had to modify it though. This is a lot of weight. The little cups ain't that heavy. So I cut here and trim there, and I think I got it where to work. But time will tell. I'll see you back here whenever all this sets up and we can continue forward. Now, tumbler, I had to cut it off and move this back. Because cups normally nowhere near as heavy as this side. so I had to work it out. Like I say, I didn't get $5 for it. All right, this is the epoxy we're using. Amazing quick coat epoxy. Oh, there it is. It is the volume mix is 1:1 by volume.
So that means
We have 20 to 25 minutes at 75 degrees to work. Okay, tack free is 4 to 5 hours. So this game's going to have to tumble for at least 5 hours. And it says it's 75 degrees. It's not quite 75 degrees. So I'm looking at somewhere in the morning, we'll probably stop it. All right, now what I'm figuring on doing, I'm going to pour 5 milliliters of each one. And then I don't think it would take much. Oh, that stinks. Whoa. This stuff went everywhere.
we got our projects right here.
James just don't know that.
Well, he's throwing it away. We're making a beautiful piece of art over here. Beautiful piece of art.
I'm about to send Bill White when you watch the scales go up.
Well, that's true. We probably could have figured it out that way.
We fix start the timer. I think it said 25 minutes we gotta be done with this. Okay, I'm on. Turn that thing on.
Is it no streaks? Check the temperature of it, see what it is already. You said thick stuff gets hot quick.
78. All right.
So
Yeah, it's the first time I've done this too.
now the egg came through is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
So this should clear it up.
Well, sure.
So you put that coat on it.
That's what I'm assuming.
What about at the top?
Have you read the instructions? We're doing this without reading the instructions. That's good.
It's cleared up. Now will all resin clear up like this?
Well, I'm assuming all I read the food with do. But with resin, you're supposed to make it rough where one layer will bite to the other.
Well, it sure did clear it up. So now we can see the egg.
Yeah. Need a little bit better.
Is it turning?
This way.
It's turning. I see the spot.
Well, we'll just let that thing run.
So
And what we'll do in the morning, we'll turn it off and check it.
so you gonna let it run all night?
No. Well, I'll check it. We decided to put a box over it to keep the gnats and the bugs and the critters, cats, and off of it. So it looks like, see how it cleared up?
Yes, it cleared up a lot.
So now what I'm thinking about doing to finish this thing up is I'll need to put some finish on there. I'm thinking about putting shellac, but right here, I'm gonna cut that off of it and sand it down. I'm gonna put some felt on it. That way, I think that'll be nice. We're out here in the shop now. I'm gonna take the bandsaw and cut this bottom off. I'm gonna got it mounted right here and as safely as I can get it. So what I'm gonna try to do is cut this bottom off of it. Then we may have to do a little sanding, I don't know. But I got some felt. I'll have to find it, but I got some felt we'll glue on the bottom of that, and I put some shellac on that, and this thing here will be done. So hearing protection on. We got her cut off on the bandsaw. It's not going to take much sanding right there, so that actually did good for considering a bandsaw cut. That is not bad. So now we're going to find my felt and get that sanded, and we'll see if we can wipe this whole project out. I got some of this sandpaper with adhesive back. A lot of times in these situations like this where you kind of want to keep it flat, I'll take it and flatten my bench. Cause this thing doesn't like much, so the grain is running. Okay. Well, I think that all done. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Okay, that'll do it right there. Now, what I usually do to get all the dust and whatnot, I've got some denatured alcohol. Dries real quick, and it doesn't leave a residue. If you know what I mean. And now I'm going to cut me a piece off just a little bigger than my down at the bottom. We're going to put some spray adhesive. I have been cutting sandpaper with them scissors, and they are dull, big time dull. However, that razor blade right there, it's sharp. All right, so this is spray adhesive. You can get it at any hobby store or anything like that. So let me now my understanding of the Oh, it's sticky, ain't it?
Ooh, it's stinky.
We'll give it just a minute, and we'll mirror it together, and it should. And then I'll take this razor blade and go around it, and it should be good to go.
We'll be finished?
We would be done. Well, no. I'd like to put a little bit of shellac around that wood just to kind of protect it, if you know what I mean. So that's probably what I'll be doing. I got some 2-pound cut, and I made me an applicator. That's a rag, and you put a bunch of cotton balls up in there, and take a rubber band. You take the 2-pound cut. This is a 2-pound cut of shellac, and this is the flakes. It's not what you buy at the store. What you buy at the store, what they use, keeps it from being food safe. Where the flakes, it's not. I think it's been long enough, don't you?
Yeah.
We're gonna give it a try anyway.
So the flakes are food safe.
Yes, yes. But what they use to manufacture it, it's not. It's not food safe. So
What are the flakes? In case they don't know.
shellac flax, it comes from bug excrement, and that's about all I know about it.
And you mix it with.
I like it because that is sticky. Golly,
But you mix it with denatured alcohol.
yes, denatured household, and also I got a friction polish. Of course, it's empty right now, but what you do is take 2-pound cut of shellac, and there's a formula that comes with it, and you just follow it. And it's equal parts of denatured alcohol and 2 pounds shellac and boiled linseed oil, and it makes a friction polish that it's real good on the lathe where you can get it hot.
But if you were just making shellac, you wouldn't use the boiled linseed oil.
No, that's just for the friction polish. But what I do right here, I'll take a 2-pound cut. Now, if I got a big project, and I'd go over it with that 2-pound cut a couple, 3 times. Then I switch to a 1-pound cut, and then the last coat would be really water weakened down, and then you take lightly sand it with real fine. It's real forgiving. I mean, if you screw up, just get some pure denatured alcohol and keep going. You have a run. I mean, it's real forgiving.
We were having trouble with what we bought. We'd get old on us before we ever used it. And with this, we always have a
we
fresh.
got to investigating and found out that with the bowls and stuff, you get somebody the bowl, you don't know what's going to be in it. They're going to put in that bowl. So I try to make it food safe. So we will take and fine tune that. But right now, I'd sure love to put a little.
Well, we didn't know what he was going to do. It was kind of an experiment.
But we picked us up some experience, and I hope y'all did too.
Turned out different. If the egg had been a regular egg, it would have probably done better. But because it was warp-sided, it kind of leaned over. But, that's pretty.
So what I'll do there, I keep it in a plastic bag because it will get hard on you.
And now, just to go over that again, that is your homemade shellac.
Well, I've got it off the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't invent it.
We bought the flakes from Amazon, and we probably bought the denatured alcohol from Amazon, and we mixed it up. But I mean, we didn't buy it at the store mixed up. We took a recipe.
No, right.
And
If you buy them flakes and you get blonde, we used to blonde flakes, but you also have colored flakes where you put a different color tints to it. We always go with a blonde. It's more clear and I like to let the wood shine for itself. But with that comes a little chart where you can get a 1 pound mix or 2 pound mix or whatever you want, and the quantities that you want. So it's kind of like a recipe. You just follow
The
along
recipe like the Waltons had? You remember the show, the Waltons? The two old ladies had the recipe?
Oh, okay.
Not that kind of recipe?
No. But anyway, that's the way we do it. And I tell you what.
That is pretty.
Yes, it is.
It is a conversation piece.
That it is.
Conversate.
Make a good paperweight.
Paperweight.
Well, all right then. If y'all hung with me this long, I certainly do appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you for sure. And if you like what you see, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment and tell me how I'm doing. But until next time, y'all be safe.